everyone and welcome. I'm Oriel Morrison-Higgins and I'm joined today by Johan Lambrechts, the CEO of Aurbis Resources. Johan, it's good to see you again. Welcome.
G'day, Oriel. Thank you very much for having me once again.
Now, you've come to us with a new announcement. You have just identified 800 metres of Hornfels at Ecru. Can you give us a bit of an update?
Yes, and thanks for the opportunity. The reason for wanting to sort of tell you and the investors what we found is because of the significance. We've completed 2 phases of mapping, and with both we identified Hornfelsing. And Hornfels is important because it's not just any rock in terms of the Robertson-style deposit. It is the mineralized host. So if you're going to find gold, it's going to be associated with Hornfels, and that is that is as fundamental as it gets for this type of deposit. And I wanted to make sure that point comes across. That we've identified through 2 phases of mapping now, 2 zones of Hornfelsing. One is about 800, another one is about 500 meters long. And we've collected samples over the top of this because this is the mineralizing host, but we've still got to determine whether it is mineralized, because this has never... I'll interrupt myself by saying that this project has been worked on for several years, 30 years, by other explorers, and the Hornfelsing has never been mapped all that time. So it's a fantastic and fundamental discovery, and the assays we get back from the work that we've completed, they should take a few weeks to get back still, and there'll be 2 phases of samples because there was 2 phases of work, and then we can really get stuck into seeing what is in the ground here, because then we'll have mapped it, and we will then have the assays with gold and the geochemistry. The gold, by the way, is very mobile, so we'll probably be more interested in the whole rock geochemistry there, but still very keen for the assays. Sorry for the long chat there.
Well, you should in fact have your first round of assays back, in a couple of weeks' time?
I'd say we should have them in 2 weeks' time. Things have been pretty slow because it's been so busy in North America now. Exploration is going gangbusters there. So it should be 2 weeks. I'm hoping that'll be the number.
What about geophysics? Obviously, that's going to give you even more of an insight, is it not? What's your timeline expectation for that?
Yeah, so that was another delay. We're slightly behind on receiving the interpretation of our geophysics that we completed. But this will be a very important next step, because we've now identified the Hornfelsing at surface. We know exactly where it is, which means we can use that to identify sort of the geophysical signature below what we mapped. And then we can use that to look for similar signatures elsewhere around the intrusion, which gives us targets which are completely buried. Because remember, only the southwestern portion of our project sticks out above the ground. The rest is all undercover. You can't see it. So finding the Hornfelsing and being able to use that to identify signatures in the geophysics, which then allows us to look underground, undercover around the intrusion, that's a huge benefit. So I can't wait to see the geophysics interpretations.
So you're planning at the moment, timeline-wise, to hopefully be drilling by around about November. What does the sequence of events look like between now and then?
Well, we'll wait for the assays. First, we'll get the geological interpretation back and do that. And then we'll get the assays back, which will just be another layer of information to tell us whether we've got the appropriate geochemistry. We kind of already know that we do, because the historic holes in the area plus the soil sampling in the area all have the right geochemical signatures. And then after the assays, we'd probably do a few lines of IP over the most prominent target areas. And that'll just be to sort of fine-tune the drill design, the targeting, and then it's a case of getting the drills ready. We got to do the red tape part of it, do the applications and the approvals, but we'll start that early enough with the idea to drill in November.
Okay, great. Excellent. Well, we look forward to chatting to you again very soon, Johan, when those assays come back out. Thanks so much for chatting to us today.
Lovely. Thanks, Ariel. I hope you have a wonderful day.